Isn't he lovely? More than the angels. Yeah. That is Arangus arachnopus, a beautiful species orchid from Uganda or Ghana, Zaire, in the Congo. Grows in evergreen forest on old citrus trees below, in low elevations, I should say. Should not be exposed to direct midday sun. And it is uniquely fragrant. And these others have been getting some fertilizer. That's in Encyclia henburii, still growing in its seedling. And this is Arangus across Tavakungi, I believe. I got that last year at Redlands Orchid Festival. And it's putting on those beautiful salmon color root tips that I love. Wish I could get it to bloom. Hopefully someday. So I'm just sitting it there to drain. And then these are all going into the greenhouse. This is my Isabellia virginalis, and I really need to do a species video on that one, culture, and just because it's very unique. And I have a few unique orchids that I can do a short little video on. And this is just a Brassavola hybrid that has a seedling of a Dendrobium purardii, or a phyllum, and I got that as a gift, and it's been growing in good sun, gets a lot of water, and is preparing for the fall. And this right here is an Encyclia, and I'm not sure what it is. I can't read that, but it's a back bulb division that I just put on that piece of cork, and it's actually putting a new growth out. And down here I have more angraecoids that are soaking. And the first one out is Kachkiana, Arangus Kachkiana, and that was got in Italy last year at a nursery outside of Florence. You can look at that video if you're interested. This was also got there. This is my Arangus comarensis, and this was bought in bloom last year, and it is, to what I believe, it is putting out a flower spike. And when I got it last year, it was in flower, and it had 2 flower spikes. Let me see if I can focus in. It'll be a bit difficult because it is way in there, just developing. And it's the one below. You see that? Let's see if I can get in there again for you. I love that it is possible that I might have been able to rebloom this. I'm already happy that there is another little baby growth at the top of this plant. So that's actually great. Ripe for propagation, if I so choose. Down here is my very difficult, well, I'm moving on because I've already put that out of the water. Sorry, that was my Ludio alba. And down here that just got a nice soak is my Angraecum xerophyllum, which is a subspecies of superbum. And I have a couple more. Let's take one more look at her. It's asexual. Oh, okay. So we have a few more over here. This is another Kachkiana that I stuck into that log, and it is hanging on to Carnea, Arangus carnea. And granted, as you probably know, if you have watched my prior videos, from winter into the spring this year, these plants were all sort of coming back, I should say, recovering. And you can see there's a couple of new leaves that it's put out, which is great. That is excellent for putting out in one season. now. Just to remind you, this is what I use, the fertilizer. It's a Miracle Maxi Grow. It's from General Hydroponics, Maxi Grow, and then I switched to Maxi Bloom, which is the blue that you can see down there. I use that kelp down there, and behind the kelp is the Epsom salts, and this is it's a super mag, calcium and magnesium, that I put in with every fertilizing, so they get that every week, weekly, and the pH is always 6.9 to 7.2 or 5.8. Anyway, there are a couple more angraecoids around, and that's my caudata, Aranthes caudata, and over here is my Aranthes grandiflora, and it really suffered some damage from, besides that, which is probably a new growth, these spikes, the inflorescence have all browned up and died, so that sucks. But oh well, it's still growing, putting out leaves at the top. So once it gets into the greenhouse, this is all because of the humidity. And the humidity has been really, really low, just because of the temperatures dropping. But they are going back up, but I am not risking it. I'm just going to put them in the greenhouse. And that is my Euryanthes, or whatever. It's my Euryanthes Virginian Nile. And that is that. That is a member of the angraecoid family, or a companion plant, but I think that is in the angraecoid alliance, and I can't read that tag. This one up here is a cross, very miniature cross, angraecum cross, if it wants to focus, and it is Leonis crossed with equestins. And, I just throw them in there. They're fine. The next one, that is not tagged, but it is, I think that is Mysticidum, what is that? Mysticidum capense, maybe. Just toss that in there. And then this is my Arangus, no, it's Angraecum Valley Isle. No, it's an Arangus. That's what it is. It's a cross, primary cross, I think. And just stick that in there somewhere so it gets some water or some fertilizer. And let's see what else is going out. Oh yeah. This Angraecum infundibulare, which is a recent purchase, but it is putting out a new root. It is really doing excellent, and the humidity will accelerate that, although they do continue to grow. Unlike most angraecums, angraecoids, they tend to slow down a bit. And what else is there? Oh, here we go. This one it's tagged as articulata or spiculata. I can't remember, but I want to believe that it is bifloral, what is that one? Arangus not by color, by something. It's a very common one, and that needs a bit of water. I know there are a couple more over on the other side, because I'm looking right at them. And those are ones that have already been given a little soak in. They're drying. Angraecums and angraecoids in general, after they flower, which is generally, well, after they flower, they want a little bit lessening of water. And here is my gastrocylus. That is not an angraecoid, but I think they used to be because they are vandatypes. And then here is a Sartorchus arcuata, which was in low spike when I got it, and there's the tag, but it really did not get enough water and has suffered from the humidity. Arcuata, Sertorchis in general, the species, they want more shade, dappled sun. So, anywho, those are getting their soak. Let's see if there's any more that I need to pay some attention to. But those are the angraecoids that are still outside for the most part. My distincta is in there. So I really don't want to deal with any more nights in the 50s for my angraecoids, so I'm going to give them the humidity that they need. So thanks for watching, folks. Isn't she lovely? And enjoy your orchids. Bye.